Alright, and this is part 2 of our story of a passage from Cuentos de Elefantes by José Martí. I have this picture of like José Martí. I thought maybe we could do some fun stuff with that, like pretend that he was talking to us, or like do an interview, or no, put that away. Okay, but we still got Mammy the Mammoth here. And hey Mammy, what's going on? I'm the last of my kind. I'm so alone. I'm so helpless. Yeah, that's a hoot. Okay, so this is part 2 of the story. We got another half dozen vocabulary words, and then we'll do like we have been. We'll take turns reading a sentence and translating it. Okay, asombrar, asombrado means astonished. Asombrar is to astonish someone, and asombrarse is to be astonished. So there you go. I think it means having been put into a shadow. Because like a sombra is a shadow. I don't know. I guess if like somebody sneaks up on you, you're in their shadow, and then you turn around and they're there blocking out the sun, and you're like, oh wow, I'm put into a shadow. I don't know. I'll research that. I'll get back to you. Okay. And like chispear is like to spark, I don't know, flint and steel. But it's also like to crackle, a crackling fire. Could be like chispeante. So there you go. Okay. Velludo is another word for hairy. I think we had peludo above. We had peludo with one L. And this is velludo with two L's. Hairy. Okay. Derretir. It means like to melt or thaw. When the snow thaws in the spring. And you use it for anything that it was in a frozen state and now it's becoming non-frozen. Okay, and then trueno is the last vocabulary word for this section. It's from the verb tronar, or related to it. Tronar is to thunder, and trueno is the noun, the thing that's called thunder. Which could be, anything that sounds like thunder. You can say the thunder of their hoofbeats or something. Okay. So we continue with the story. Y el pescador iba cantando un cantar. Two lines there. And the fisherman, he went singing a song. Song a lot of times like canción. This is just a singing. He's singing a singing is what he's doing. Singing a song. En su vestido de piel. In his, not like a dress like a woman wears, but his outfit, I guess. In his outfit made out of leather. In his leather outfit. Could be a leather dress. That's how you would say leather dress. Okay, so the guy's walking around in a leather dress. It could happen. Okay. Asombrado de la mucha luz. Surprised by how much light there was. Why was there a lot of light? We'll find out, won't we? Was there some sort of blast? Or, was somebody pointing a mirror at him? Or, yeah, we'll find out. Como si estuviese de fiesta. As if he, she, or it was being of a party. This will become clear when we read the other line here. In el aire un sol joven. The sol joven is the subject here. So it's as if a young sun was having a party in the air. That's why there was so much light, because it was really sunny. And this guy thought that that meant that it was a young sun, S-U-N, that was having a party in the air. So that's the caliber of people we're dealing with here. Okay. And then el aire chispeaba. I'm doing another sentence because that one's way too short. But that's the air, it was crackling. Why? I guess we'll have to continue reading to find out why the air was crackling. Yeah. I guess I interpret it as there was some crackling sounds in the air, and not, the air itself was crackling. But that's what it says. It says the air was crackling. Se oían estallidos. They heard themselves the bursts, or some bursts were heard. You could hear bursts. That's another passive construction using se. It doesn't actually mean that bursts heard themselves, because that would be crazy. Como en el bosque nuevo, like in the new or young forest, cuando se abre una flor, when a flower opens up. I don't recall having heard bursts in the young forest when a flower opened up, but I guess this guy knows better than me. Okay. De las lomas corría, brillante y pura. From the hills it was running. Again, what was running, we'll have to keep reading to find out. Brilliant or shiny and pure. Un agua nunca vista. A water never seen. So like there's this never before seen water flowing from the hills. I guess never before seen because like this is the land of frozen ice, and everybody's all like, that ice is like soft and slippery and running. We got to make up a word for that now because we've never seen that before. I'm sure they've seen water before. Maybe just like not like in a stream. Era que se estaban deshaciendo los hielos. It was that they were unmaking themselves, the ices. It was that the ices were, I don't know, like breaking up, like unmaking themselves. Y allí, delante del pobre Shumarkov, that's a Russian name, I guess. Yeah. Or like, I think Shumarkov is a guy that works at Foot Locker and like puts sale prices on everything. You interrupted me for that. It was horrible. Oh, well, okay, and there, in front of poor Shumarkov, salían del monte helado los comillos. They were coming out of the frozen mountain, the tusks. So, like, take our friend Mammy here, and just imagine just the tusks sticking out of a frozen mountain. Gruesos como troncos de árboles. Thick like trunks of trees, thick like tree trunks. De un animal velludo, enorme, negro. Of an animal, hairy, enormous, black. Notice that, we say the animal first and then we have the three adjectives. And I guess in English it would be like, of a hairy, enormous, black animal. Como vivo estaba, as if it was alive, y en hielo transparente, and in transparent ice, se le veía el cuerpo asombroso. There's that asombrar thing again. It was being seen, the astonishing body. Like, I guess, if you've never seen one of those, you'd be pretty astonished. 5 años tardó el hielo en derretirse alrededor de él. 5 years it delayed, or it took 5 years, the ice, in thawing around him or it. Let's say it for the male body, the cuerpo. Hasta que todo se deshizo, until everything unmade itself, or like, until the ice was all gone. Y el elefante cayó rodando a la orilla, and the elephant fell down, rolling to the shore. Just rolling, head over heels. Con ruido de trueno, with the sound of thunder. Okay, well that's part 2. Hope you enjoyed part 2 twice as much as part 1. And then that you enjoy part 3 50% more. Okay. Alright, till next time.